How's it, and welcome back to another episode of Tech Tips Tuesday, brought to you by Ride Bikes Be Happy. My name's Conrad Davies, and today we're going to talk about derailleurs and how you can make your clutch on your Shimano derailleur last a little bit longer. But first, let's roll that intro. This works on any Shimano derailleur with a clutch, with this mechanism built inside here and with this little switch that turns it on and off. You take a multi-tool if you're an unprofessional mechanic like me. Otherwise you use a P-handled driver. I'm going to take my same 2mm Allen key and I'm just going to unscrew the 3 bolts that hold this cap on. Shimano, as I say, with a clutch on it. And from XTR all the way down to Derailleur, if there's a clutch on it, you can service it this way. So the cover is off, and I'm just checking inside that there's no dirt inside there. I've actually recently cleaned this derailleur anyway, so there's no mud or anything inside there. If there was mud inside there, just check it out, that you make sure that you clean that really well. Around the edge here is a rubber seal. You also want to make sure that that rubber seal is nice and clean, so that no water and dirt can get inside there. And then basically everything just pulls off, so you can pull it out towards you. So I'm going to separate out the clutch roller, I guess you would call it, from the outer of the clutch. That's what's usually called sticks. You take a flat head screwdriver, push it into the gap between, just so that it releases off the clutch roller, and then you can slide the clutch roller out. Once you have the clutch roller in your hand, you just want to clean that up. Just like to use paper towel, and you're just going to clean all the muck. You can see how dirty the grease is that's coming off, so I'm going to clean it all out. Make sure that everything is grease free. I don't want to use anything like a solvent or anything in there. You can use a bit of isopropyl alcohol if you want to, but nothing too drastic, because there's a lot of plastic pieces and so on inside here. I wouldn't want to do any damage to any of those pieces. You also need to clean the roller, or the shaft that the clutch roller sits on, because that's basically where the clutch is biting onto, is that shaft there. And if there's a lot of old grease or something inside there, you'll end up with a clutch that doesn't work properly. And then the last thing to do is just to clean inside the spring, to make sure that there's no grease stuck inside there. So Shimano recommends that they use what they call special grease, which they have on their website. It's available, you can buy it from a lot of bike dealers as well. But I discovered through doing about 10 of these so far that if you use a bit of D2 Swiss's grease, the stuff that comes with their 240S drivers, especially for the microspline driver, it's basically the same thing. It's a slightly sticky grease, and you don't really need very much of it. So you just put a very thin layer around the outside of the clutch, then put the clutch bell back inside the spring, and then you can just release the spring. Make sure that there's none on the outside of it. You just want to get off all the excess grease. Put the clutch back into the tensioner, and make sure that the thick side is facing down. Now I'm just going to have to release the screw a little bit more. I'm just going to loosen off the tensioning screw all the way. Just don't screw it all the way out, because then it'll be a mission to get it back inside. So I've got the assembly back together, and I'm just going to slide it straight back in to where it was. Tighten the clutch tension screw again. Okay, so now you're just going to replace the clutch housing. Turn the clutch on, and now I've got clutch action. If I turn it off, it's free. So thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of that. Yeah, as usual, remember to like and subscribe and comment and share. And until next time, cheers.